Okay. Good. 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 Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know that we're live on YouTube now. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Hello. 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 Yes. Okay. So everybody, everything's working. Again, I don't know if we're live on Twitter, but I hope we are. According to my calculations, we are. So anyway, I was telling a story, right? I was getting into it. I was talking about Max Blumenthal from the Grayzone, who does great work, and he was talking earlier on Twitter, and he said he's like, all of a sudden he's like, Kid Rock is not even from the South. He's from Michigan. He's a fucking phony. And I'm like, yes, you tell him, like, yes, this is the political analysis that I came for. No, but seriously, he's amazing. He was talking about the Russiagate hysteria, which we're gonna get into in a second. Mona is in the house. Mona, darling, Mona. So I was just telling the people, and Anthony's dropped a banana slip. Thank you for the banana slip, Anthony. Anthony's a G. He just drops donations. It should work now. Everything should work. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's okay. It's okay. Like I was saying, like I was explaining to everybody, we're streaming everywhere now. And yeah, I was listening to Max talk about Russiagate. Man, this is just... I'm really exhausted by the new liberals. It's fucking insane, like how they gotta put that into everything. Do you know what I'm saying? They gotta like taint every single thing with Russiagate. I wish Putin would just like come out and just like set these bitches straight. Like just hold on a second. Let me call Vlad. Let me call Vlad and tell him what's up. Okay, Mona is confirming that I am live on Twitter. Excellent, excellent. This is my first time. I'm doing a great job, as you can tell. No, but seriously, I wish this Russiagate nonsense would disappear. It's really infuriating. Oh, okay. Correction. We got a correction from Anthony. Kid Rock is from Romeo, Michigan, which, according to Anthony, is okay. I haven't cussed yet. How long have we been live? Oh, just a few minutes. Let it set. Fuck that. That's apparently that's a bumfuck suburb of Detroit. Well, I didn't know that. Thank you for this valuable insight. And are you guys liking the ticker? We're trying a lot of new shit. There's probably like a bunch of people that have never tuned into the stream on Twitter, especially. Yes, and they're like, what is going on? Dude, I have so much shit to talk about. Be quiet, okay? Okay, Mona, I have something special for you. Hold on a second. Give me a second. I'm saying that I'm live on YouTube, even though I'm live on Rockfin, and I'm live on Twitter, and I'm live everywhere. Okay. So listen. Yes, as Shman Sequences says, I don't know if that I correctly read your name, but they're saying, if America were any other country, someone would fire a missile at us for this shit. Yeah. More or less. So, oh shit, we got a donation on PayPal. Hold on, let me bring this up. You guys remember we got a really high-tech stream sequence thing going on now. I love Mona. You see, she set me up from the beginning. Look at this. That's for the swear jar. Thank you, Mona. Mona's a darling. Listen, Mona, I want to say something else. Let me pause the music for this. Listen, I wanted to make sure that I was live on all of the platforms first before I did this, because this is like, thanks to Mona that we can do this. She is, our Kremlin financier, and she has made sure that we are able to stream everywhere. Okay, so that I can be live on Rockfin, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, everywhere, bitch. Okay, now hold on a second, Mona. I want to say something to you, and I gotta. Are you ready?
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
Is that cool? Do you like the filter? I love it. Oh shit! Yes, finally. People, you should get a notification. I got a notification that I'm from myself that I'm live on Rockfin. So good. Claudia is here. I don't know why she has not announced her presence, but she's here. But seriously, guys. Oh boy, where do we start? I wanted to start with Russiagate, but okay, listen. Listen, we got 40 people watching. Please hit that like button. Actually, I'm not saying please. I'm saying, man, okay, listen, I need to put the goddamn filter on. I'm going to set a short up key for this so I can do this more easily.
Hit that goddamn like button.
And, okay, there we go. Wonderful. Let's talk about what's happening. Let's get to the news. Okay, I think my ass is settled in. Okay, one more second. Thank you, Tony, very much for your super chat. It says, please welcome and send some love to my wife, Megan. What's up, Megan? First time watcher. She needs to hear some fire. Megan in the house, everybody. Y'all better show us some love. And thank you to Tony for the super chat. Bless y'all. You see, we got, as we say in Arabic, a couple that are musaqafin. You know, they're cultured to be tuning into the show. So that's good. That's great. Listen, let's talk about this. So Trump, by the way, don't you like it when Maduro gives a speech and he starts just like ranting about Pompeo and Trump? It's the best shit ever. It's like the Donald Trump. I can't do his voice. Somebody do an imitation, but it's fire. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, you tell him. I don't know what he's saying. Like, I'm reading the translation. I'm like, you fucking tell him. Oh shit, I think we got another donation. Hold on a second. We got another lovely donation on PayPal. Thank you very much to Anthony. Okay, let me put this on the screen over here. Anthony says, never seen so many undercover cops in my life than I have over the last week among the protester ranks. That's crazy, because I mean, I wouldn't doubt you. I believe you for sure. But I saw a video of a black undercover cop getting stopped by 3 white cops, and then he gave them such a walloping, man. That was just amazing. He was like, you're the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Oh man, that was amazing. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. Donald Trump, the game show host. Yes, Donald Trump, the game show host, is making a mockery. I mean, an even bigger mockery, let us say, of the United States. So right now he's threatening to enact what is essentially martial law. Okay, he didn't come out and say the words martial law, but he's essentially threatening to bring in the military, right? So let me show you a little bit of that. Right? He gave a little speech. He came out of his bunker. Okay, so backtrack a second. Donald Trump was hiding in the White House bunker. Okay, now whether he did that voluntarily, probably, I don't know, maybe that's a security precaution. They probably ushered him in there, and they were like, yo, you know, sat there, Dick Cheney. Like, they ushered him in there, and they turned off the lights in front of the White House, and now he's back out, and he gave a speech, right? So take a look at this, y'all. All right, so let me zoom in, make sure you can read that. U.S. President Donald Trump, as Maduro would say it, has warned he may be forced to deploy the U.S. Army across the nation after protests triggered by George Floyd's death brought further unrest to Washington and other major cities. Wow. Mr. Trump said he took immediate presidential action by making available the resources of the U.S. military to stop destruction and crack down on domestic terror on U.S. streets. Okay, so I'll show you a little bit of his speech in a second, but you do realize that he still hasn't, no one has arrested those 3 cops, right? The other ones that were there when George Floyd was murdered. I mean, I showed you, we've seen the footage of Derek Chauvin, the guy who killed George Floyd. You see him kneeling on George Floyd's neck, but there were 3 other cops with him. And 2 of them were also on top of George Floyd. And they're walking around free. So Donald Trump, he's got time to bring in the military, but he ain't got time to deal with the other 3 cops that murdered George Floyd. Isn't that weird? That doesn't seem like very presidential action to me. That seems a bit weird. It's almost as if he doesn't want to deal with George Floyd's death and, the underlying issue, which is tyranny and white supremacy and oppression. No, let's treat it with more oppression, right? Bring in the military. So all those toys they've been testing on Arabs for a few decades now, right? The drones, the surveillance, the Predator drones. Yes, the ones that have been flying. They have been flying. They've been using them. We covered that. All their nice little toys, the Humvees, right? Now they're bringing them home. They've perfected them. They've learned how to use them very nicely. And now they're going to use them on you. Maybe. We don't know. See, that's part of it. It's to keep you waiting like, what's happening? It's terrorism. It's what it is. So let me show you a bit of his speech. It's a bit long. No one wants to listen to 7 minutes of Trump, but I do cover politics. So we have to look at a bit of it. He's just ranting away.
That for George and his family, justice will be served. He will not have died in vain.
Did you hear that? He said he's going to serve justice to George Floyd's family. Where is it? I just told you the other 3 perpetrators, the accessories to his murder, haven't been arrested. He's full of shit. Just like every president, just like every public official.
But we cannot allow the righteous cries and peaceful protesters to be drowned out by an angry mob. The biggest victims of the rioting are peace-loving citizens in our poorest communities.
Okay, I that's enough. I can't listen to this shit. I cannot listen to this shit. You see, again, I covered this before. I mean, this is very obvious. Now they're saying that, oh man, there are peaceful protesters, but these looters, these rioters, we got to stop them, man. Because they're tainting the righteous complaints and cries for justice that are coming from the peaceful ones, right? So we got to deal with these bad guys first. I'm sorry. We got to deal with them. Meaning be quiet. That's what it means. It means shut up. We're not going to do anything actually, except oppress you. Yes, we'll do that, but we're not actually going to change the criminal justice system. We're not going to stop, killing blacks. We're not going to stop using our military to oppress you, to oppress others. No, that's not going to stop. So this is essentially directly taken from the speech, right? So he said he's deploying thousands and thousands of military personnel. I mean, look, man, he's using the Insurrection Act. So how old is this thing? I think NBC went into detail about the legality of it. It's from the fucking 19th century. Okay, and the last time this was used, I mean, I can tell you the last time that was used was during the LA riots, right? So what is that, 92, right? So that's the last time it was used. And I mean, the thing that's different here is that usually governors ask him to use it, right? A governor might ask the president to invoke it, but this time Trump don't care, which is very interesting because you usually hear from the right. They usually talk about states' rights, don't they? They say, oh, you're infringing on states' rights, meaning we want to get away with slavery and oppression, right? That's what they say. Where are their cries about states' rights now? Now that Trump wants to supersede them, right? This is essentially what's going on. Trump wants to supersede the authority of these governors and say, look. He actually called them out. He said, according to Trump, no one has been competent enough to deal with these riots and looting. So now he has no choice. He has to bring in the military. Where are these people on the right whining about their state's beloved rights? I don't hear anything. It's weird, right? Crazy. So, yes, as I mentioned, it's 213 years old, this Insurrection Act. It's quite old. Oh, yes. And anyway, sorry, I'm just laughing at something else. I stumbled onto some right-wingers channel, which we'll make fun of in a bit. But look at this. So, like, this is from NBC News, right? So, governors can ask the federal government to send active duty troops to help in cases of civil unrest, like the widespread protests plaguing cities over the last several days. But so far, no governor has requested active duty troops to assist. Instead, they have relied on local law enforcement and National Guard soldiers and airmen on state active duty. So, as I said before, no one's asked Trump for this, right? This is what's a bit particular in this case. And I mean, at the same time, if we're being honest, when you look at the level of militarization that has been, this process that has been going on for a few decades now, where you have these bloated budgets given to every and all police departments, buying armored personnel carriers, buying riot shields, they're buying tear gas, they're buying helmets, they're buying machine guns, they're buying semi-autos. I mean, they're buying things that you would only see a conventional armed force use, right? No, you can't tell the difference. You look at cops now from the U.S., and I'm not even talking about SWAT, I'm talking regular cops. They look like soldiers. This is a militarized police force across the nation. It's not just one county, it's not just one police department, it's all of it. Because it's a racket. It's a military-industrial complex making money. They don't just get contracts from the government to make bombers used overseas or machine guns or protective gear used by soldiers overseas. No. Now they also get to make bank at home because all of the police departments also want some of that nice little shiny armor, right? So this is a racket, essentially. And on top of it, of course, now you have indistinguishable, police forces that are indistinguishable from the army. But now, if Trump brings in the active duty military, meaning the ones that are, I mean, I don't think he's going to pull any from Iraq or Afghanistan. No, by no means. But you do have bases everywhere. So he'll, this whole notion that you might have martial law now, it's also going to impact your beloved First Amendment, right? That's the thing now. So now all protests will become illegal because sorry, you're rioting. I mean, you've seen the videos. I've shown you a plethora of videos. People being run over by the police, just indiscriminately tear gassed, beaten. There's no difference. They don't care. Even the media and even the mainstream media. Yes, even the mainstream media. I think I saw a CBS crew earlier get shot with a rubber bullet. I mean, this is just, they don't care. They don't want you to film them. They don't want you to participate in the protests. They don't want you to open your mouth. Everybody, including the mainstream media. That's it. So, I was thinking about how blacks, specifically in the United States, I mean, they've technically already been living under this reality of what you would call martial law. I mean, just look at them, right? Just look at George Floyd being murdered the other day. He didn't even do anything. Nothing. He wasn't protesting or rioting. No, nothing. He's just going about his day, got murdered. Eric Garner, same thing, right? So, I mean, the only difference is that now white people are going to be brutalized, right? That's essentially it. And white people are going to have their freedom to speak being taken away. So the reality that has blanketed blacks in America for centuries now is just going to be extended to the entire populace. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, yes, of course, you can say that the entire working class has always been oppressed by the 1%. Yes, of course. But now I'm talking about something else. I'm talking about the day-to-day realities that blacks are facing in America. They can't even walk down the street, right? Oh, now the curfew. Now you have things called curfews. Now you, the white person, you can't also walk down the street in peace. They're going to beat you. The cops will come and brutalize you. And they will arrest you and put you in the paddy wagon. And if you put up a fight, they'll kill you. So now the reality that blacks have been living under is going to be extended to everybody. Maybe. I mean, it already is. You can see it from the videos. But if they bring in the active duty, I mean, all protests will essentially be criminalized. None of it is going to be game over. And then who knows what might happen. Me personally, honestly, man, I'm going to be very straightforward with you. I don't think there's going to be any revolution. I just don't think, in this day and age, you can put up any kind of fight. If you were thinking that someone is going to overpower the U.S. military and the administration, no, no. And Russia is not behind any of it. Okay, we'll get into the Russiagate Syria nonsense. But I'm sorry to disappoint you. You know, if you were thinking that tomorrow morning you're going to have a new republic, no. I don't think there's going to be any kind of revolution. I think it's gotten to a point where, especially in 2020 with the technology that they have, man, even if we're talking conventional warfare, it would be an uphill battle for another country to do something like that. Never mind the local populace. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think there's going to be any kind of revolution or anything. He's already threatening you to bring in the active duty. This is insane. This is really insane. They're essentially telling you that, killing black people, you can get away with it because you have a badge and a gun, just like you've always been able to get away with it. And if you open your fucking mouth, we'll kill you too. Yeah. That's the bottom line. This is it's sick. It's really sick. It's really sick. Yeah, so actually, as I mentioned earlier, the last time they invoked this was in 1992, right? Wasn't that in summer? I think it was summer of 92. You had the LA riots. So that's the last time it was invoked. California Governor Pete Wilson, he requested it from George H.W. Bush, another war criminal, just like the rest of them. What a really messed up reality this is. It's really something else. So just one second. Oh, thank you to Anna for the donation. Says, I love you all dearly, but I just can't chat right now. I'm too emotionally drained. I feel you. Even in one of the whitest cities in America, Des Moines, Iowa, cops are shooting us with rubber bullets and tear gas. People are hurt. Yeah, it's messed up. By the way, I want to, speaking of these rubber bullets and this, what do they call the one in the ones they've been using in France? The 40 millimeter, these golf ball sized rubber things. I want to get into that afterwards. It's really messed up, man. These injuries are not a joke. People think that, because it's a rubber bullet, it doesn't hurt. Oh, you ain't seen nothing, man. So yeah, let me just take a look at your comments real quick. Mo, I see on Twitch we got Sean my dog 22 and Mona darling. Thank you. What's up, Jenny? So yeah, I just want to read your comments. Wow, we got 120 people watching on YouTube. Marvelous. Please make sure you hit the like button because we only have 45 likes. By the way, President Jafar tells me at least 4 journalists have been blinded by rubber bullets so far. This is as I said, it's really a serious assault. What's the term they use in the UK again under the law? Grave bodily harm. I think that's the one. But seriously, these rubber bullets are not a joke. People get blinded by them. We'll talk about that in a bit. But I'm not surprised that even, as I mentioned, CBS and all of them, all these mainstream media crews, CNN as well, they're getting shot at. The police don't care, man. Multiple videos I've seen of independent media, Fiorella, for example, from Como Couch, all the way till mainstream media crews, they're all saying, look, we got our press passes. Look at us. We got our credentials. They don't give a shit. You see, this is what it's like. This is what it's like when the United States occupy other countries. They don't give a fuck about you. You're not human. On Graham Elwood's show, Fiorella, she was talking to him, and she put it really, just encapsulated it perfectly. She said that the cops consider you a body. You're just a body to them, and they verbally refer to protesters as bodies. I got 6 bodies over here, as they say. Yes, it's disgusting. But I mean, this is not new to me. I mean, I've seen this in Iraq. I've seen this in Afghanistan. I've seen this in Syria. Do you understand? And now it's really interesting from my perspective. I'm not in the United States. It's really interesting from my perspective to see this now in the US. The empire turning on itself, so to speak. I mean, as I said before, this reality has blacks were already living under it in many, many ways. It's just that now it's being extended to everybody, right? Don't you think that's a somewhat accurate analysis? Wouldn't you agree with me? I mean, I don't think it ever could be the same because, a white person is just never going to is never going to go through and never going to be able to understand what black people go through. That's just never going to happen. But a lot of the realities that blacks have been living under are now being extended to the entire populace, right? And it's really disgusting. It's really messed up. And to me, specifically, the first thing that should be dealt with is George Floyd. I mean, the guy, what is with these 3 officers running around? How does Trump have time to call in the military, but he doesn't have time to arrest the accessories, accomplices? Dude, I saw the video. You've seen the video. There were other cops kneeling on him. They were standing around. Did we all just collectively imagine them? No, they exist. Why the fuck are they walking around free? Get these motherfuckers in cuffs. Deal with that, and then deal with they're never going to do anything, man. This is just hopeless. It's really awful. It's really awful. So, no, I don't root for anyone's demise. I root for justice. Do you understand? What I hope is that blacks get some kind of justice. I was watching Gone with the Wind. As you all know, it's an amazing movie. It's quite old. They did great color correction on it. And, at one point in the movie, they talk about 40 acres and a mule. Yes. I mean, even this old, how old is that promise? So a century and a half now, almost, where have blacks gotten their 40 acres and a mule? Nothing, man. Where's the reparations for slavery? Nothing. To this day, you can walk down the street and get murdered because you're black. This is absurd. This is not a reality that is healthy. This is not an okay system. So Steph, I missed you too. It's good to see you. I was immediately recognize you by your profile picture with the green hair. Love your hair. Seriously. Thank you for being here, and thank you to everybody. Michael, it's good to see you too. President Jafar says, are we going to call Trump a brutal dictator like we call Assad? Do you not see the parallels? Very good point. As I said before, okay, do you know I have one of, what do they call that thing when they do movies? The clap thingy? The clap thingy. It's in the, over there. I need to get it out for me so I know when, because I want to add a point here. Everything that's happening in the United States that blacks, the reality that blacks have already been living under in the United States, Africans, African Americans. You know, this is stuff that other countries have been invaded for, right? They say, oh, you're violating human rights, so we have to send in our military and occupy her for 20 years. Okay, well, now that, you know, the United States has been violating the rights of blacks for 400 years, has committed genocide against the natives, now that the United States is effectively implementing martial law, where is the invasion for you? Where's the democracy for you? There's none of that? Weird. It's really weird because you know, you're still bombing my country because you said we needed some of that. Well, I think you need some of it too. I think you need a little democracy and freedom, no? You don't think blacks deserve some freedom? I'm talking real freedom. I'm not saying that sarcastically. You know, where is it? You don't think 400 years is long enough of a fucking wait? Like I said, man, the United States bombs and invades countries for much less than what they are doing to their own people and have been doing. Hypocrisy, all of it. It's just like this nonsense with Maduro, with the kingpin narco trafficker. Motherfucker, do you know who has the biggest empire, the biggest fucking drug empire? You who are you toying with, man? Like, this is ridiculous. What's up, Troy? Good to see you. Yes, so I do want to talk about Antifa. And Antifa, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Anti-fascist. I mean, this is a joke. So, hold on. Do I have an article for that? I think I have an article for it. I mean, I don't need one, but yeah. I got some good tweets to show you from Glenn. So, look at this. Okay. Oh, thank you, Axel, for the super chat. It says protested yesterday, protesting again tomorrow. Where are you at? How tense and dangerous is the situation in your end? I'm just curious. Good to see you too, Shiny. What's up? Yo, how many people we got watching? Am I tripping? I can't read because the goddamn thing is... All right, perfect. We got 130 people watching, but only 72 likes. You make sure you smash that like button. It helps with the algorithm because YouTube doesn't like us. Now, if you do like me and you do like independent media, you like Ron Placone, you like Status Quo, you like Graham Elwood, you like Nico's House, Convo Couch, Kim Iverson, you like all these wonderful progressives, you know, go over to Rockfin because Rockfin doesn't do this algorithm shit trying to censor progressives. Okay? They don't play with us. And we can upload videos there. So go and support on Rockfin. Look, if you go on Rockfin, let me just say very quickly, make sure you endorse my ass. Okay, click on the big red button that says endorse Richard Medhurst. But you can sign up for free. Just go and make an account for free and follow on there just in case. Do you know what I'm saying? But you should definitely endorse, man. You should support progressives like where they get paid better. YouTube is shafting us. Remember, YouTube is a corporation. Just like they're owned by Google. You already know how they favor mainstream media. So if you want to support independent media, go over to Rockfin. I'm just saying. Anyway, I want to talk to you about this latest stunt. So one of Trump's latest stunts is to say that he wants to ban Antifa and classify them as a terrorist organization. Now, the problem is there's no such thing as an organization called Antifa. It just doesn't exist. It means anti-fascist. That's what it stands for. But it's not an organization. You can't sign up. There's no leader. There's no hierarchy. There's nothing. I don't know what we all know what this means. We're not stupid. So look at this. This is from Politico. Trump says he's naming Antifa a terrorist organization. Can he do that? So just if you can see that underneath, it says, for one thing, the president lacks the legal authority to designate a purely domestic group. So yeah, that was his tweet. He tweeted that, the U.S. government would be designating Antifa a terrorist organization. Very good, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, the thing is that you had Attorney General Bill Barr. also come out, and this National Security Advisor, Robert O'Brien. Along with Trump, they have blamed Antifa for violence and property damage. Okay, so Barr, the Attorney General, he said the Justice Department would not hesitate to prosecute people who crossed state lines to participate in violence, citing his authorities under anti-riot legislation. Here, I'm going to zoom that all the way in. Okay. Attorney General Barr did not invoke laws against terrorism, which do not let the United States government designate purely homegrown groups as terrorist organizations. So currently, the most that they can do, the State Department can designate foreign organizations as terrorist groups, but the United States has no domestic terrorism statute, and the FBI uses other legal authorities to prosecute domestic terrorism. Okay, so listen to me. Let me translate this for you. This is a bunch of shit. It's a bunch of horse manure. Okay, there's no such thing as Antifa. They can't, even if there were a thing as Antifa, they couldn't do it. They're not allowed to just randomly classify groups as terrorist organizations unless they're foreign, which is very convenient when you want to invade other countries. But regardless, the point here is that they're going to criminalize all forms of protest. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they have several ways of doing this. So they can label you as, oh, you're participating in riots, even when you're peacefully protesting, and it's the police that are instigating and aggravating the situation and being inflammatory. And then they can try. I'm sorry, this is so hilarious. They can try to get Antifa classified, get that prosecuted with the help of the FBI as some kind of domestic terror group. By the way, you do realize that the FBI, with their COINTELPRO, we've talked about this many times before, with the counterintelligence program, they've been infiltrating groups, feminist groups, Marxist groups, black rights groups, yes, since decades. You know this, right? Trying to break them apart. Right now, they infiltrate Black Lives Matter groups. They've been doing this for years. Yes. Do you see how they try to criminalize all forms of protest, to silence dissent, and fracture groups and fracture movements? This is nothing new. But of course, Trump's base, they eat this up. Oh yes, he's gonna classify Antifa as terrorism. Motherfucker, who's that? What is Antifa? What is that? Also, hold on a second. I think, was that part of this article? I saw something about, okay. Yes, it was. Look at this. Hold on. This made me laugh. So the State Department spokespersons did not respond to requests for comment on whether Foggy Bottom was involved in the president's move. Now, look, forgive me. I'm not a native to DC. I'm not a native to Washington. I did not know who or what Foggy Bottom was. And I read that. I was like, Foggy Bottom? Who the hell is Foggy Bottom? That sounds like, Christ, man, you got quite a foggy bottom there, innit? Foggy Bottom. I was like, what the fuck is a foggy bottom? I had to look it up. Apparently it's a neighborhood in DC. So do you know, just like they'll say like number 10, Downing's number 10 when they mean the prime minister, or just like they'll say l'Elysée when they're talking about Macron, or just like they'll say Whitehall also when they're talking about the UK government. Well, we're here for the State Department. They said Foggy Bottom. For some reason, I didn't know that. Usually I know all these things, but Foggy Bottom was new to me. So Foggy Bottom, we'll say in a Cockney accent anyway. Foggy Bottom, they were not available for any comment. Mum's the word. So there you go. And again, once again, they're using this whole rhetoric with the rioting that is occurring in many of our cities around the country. Oh, the voices of peaceful and legitimate protests have been hijacked by violent radical elements. Motherfucker, that's you. You're the fucking violent radical element that created the protests, that made people protest in the first place. And then you're also instigating the protests and making them, turning them violent by setting the police loose on crowds like a bunch of hounds. What the fuck? Come on, man. Do I really have to break this down? Is this not obvious? It's just, once again, this whole notion that, oh, if only you people had protested peacefully, we wouldn't be here. Motherfucker, if only you wouldn't murder blacks, we wouldn't be here. How about that? You committed the initial injustice by enslaving blacks, by bringing them here, by murdering them, what the fuck? Not the protest. The protest is a reaction to your initial injustice. Do I really have to hold a fucking history class here and go over the entire thing? Bitch, I will. I mean, I already do streams for like 7 fucking hours. But, oh man, okay, that's it. We gotta go over the entire history of slavery. I'm serious. The whole fucking thing, all the way down to this day. And notice how everyone using this rhetoric, right? Donald Trump, State Department, you have these right-wing commentators. Oh, if only you people had protested peacefully. Where were you when people were protesting peacefully? You were criticizing them then. Colin Kaepernick is just one example with the kneeling. You're never satisfied. They're never fucking happy. By the way, that reminds me of something I tweeted. I'm always like tweeting shit and then remembering that I already made this point. Look. This was like a few hours ago, okay? Or yesterday. Look at this. Peaceful protest, they're going to call you looters and arrest you as enemies of the state, no matter what. The cops are going to mace you and attack you regardless. Stop trying to appease an oppressive system. They weren't peaceful when they murdered George Floyd. Exactly. I mean, you all saw the video. And again, this is one example. It didn't start with George Floyd. But, the protests were born out of this. Was that peaceful when they murdered him? Did they give him a chance? No. They were merciless. I mean, for 2 minutes, he had his knee on his neck. Where was peaceful for George Floyd? Fuck out of here, man. Like I said, they're going to call you looters. They're going to call you violent. They're going to say all of the negative things about you anyway. So fuck them and don't show them any mercy. Fuck them. There's no such thing as peaceful protest. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is a fucking war, what they're doing. Okay, make no mistake. Did I create those videos out of thin fucking air? Did I make this shit up? Did you not see George Floyd being fucking murdered in the street? Did you not see NYPD running over protesters? Did you not see the police indiscriminately attacking media and journalists? Did I make that up? No one is framing a fucking narrative here or trying to skew reality. Look at the videos. The government is not being peaceful to you. They're not letting blacks live in peace to begin with. And then when you try to speak up about that, they don't let you speak up about that. They don't let you protest in peace either. They're not being peaceful to you. So fuck them. You can't reason with a fucking monster. And again, the same treatment abroad. Are they peaceful when they bomb Syria, when they bomb Iraq, when they bomb Afghanistan, Somalia, Vietnam, Latin America? There's no fucking peaceful. You can't negotiate with these motherfuckers. What a joke. What a joke. Fuck out of here, man. I got time for these clowns. You want to go put flowers in your hair? No offense to Scott McKenzie. I love that song. If you're going to San Francisco, yes, it's a beautiful song. But it don't have no fucking basis in reality. Sorry. Okay, you can't sing Kumbaya and sit on your fucking knees and just like, hope that, oh yeah, all of a sudden now, just any moment, the government is going to stop being fucking racist to blacks. Are you stupid or something? The whole fucking country is built on genocide. Where are the Native Americans? Why do you think there are blacks in America? They were brought here on slave ships. There's no fucking peaceful. Fuck out of here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, man? You can't play these games with me. Go ask a black person if the police have ever been fucking peaceful to them. And come back and tell me what the majority of them tell you in your little census. Okay? Go and ask them how they're treated. Then you come and talk to me about peaceful protests. Fuck out of here. They always, let's talk about this peacefully after they fucking killed you, after they fucking enslaved you, after they bombed you. Shiny is raising a very interesting point. I don't think a lot of people talk about this. Is the pigs also raided gay bars in the Cold War? Yes, and 100% they were persecuting gays in the Cold War. This is not just in the U.S., it's also in the UK. Actively. I mean, this was like, I'm not kidding. If you go and look at FBI documents from their counterintelligence program, they would even list homosexuality as a reason to smear someone. Yes, they will look at, how can we, find a way to smear this guy? Is he a homosexual? That's the fucking mentality that they had. You can't negotiate with these people, man. There's no fucking, they don't show any fucking mercy to minorities. They don't show any mercy to nobody. Okay? Everybody's getting oppressed in their own way. And again, I think each struggle is an individual one, but I'm just trying to draw here. I'm trying to make people understand the global, do you understand? The imperialism and also the time scale. This has been going on for centuries. This is not new. The police didn't just randomly start fucking oppressing people. No. This has been happening for a long fucking time. Okay, so just that's an interesting point. I don't know if many people know that, but going back and read about their counterintelligence program, which is still ongoing, of course. Ongoing. When they got caught, they said, "Oh, we're gonna stop the counterintelligence program." Yeah, my fucking ass. So pragmatic cynicism is making an interesting point. You already have martial law, and you might as well make it official. I mean, the way I'm seeing it, yes, you already have it. From the last few days, it's already in effect. And there you go. So this whole thing with Antifa, just going back to that, because we got a lot to say. I want to show you something here. So this is from Glenn Greenwald. And he says, Trump's vow about Antifa is as incoherent as it is dangerous. Let me zoom in over here. There we go. If it is more than just a Twitter scream, the only possible outcome, if it is more than just a Twitter scream, is increased domestic repression, surveillance, and the quashing of dissent. The classic case of exploiting disorder for authoritarian ends. Exactly, yeah. I mean, as I said before, make no mistake about it. This is not, there's no such thing as Antifa. Make no mistake about it. The only goal is to say, oh, you're being unruly. We got to bring out the hammer now. We got to punish you. We got to silence you. Don't open your mouth or else you're a rioter. Don't open your mouth or else you're a danger to national security. Don't protest. Be quiet. Accept the oppression. That's the goal. Yeah, that's the underlying message here. Okay, let's not fucking delude ourselves. Yeah, and Glenn also added underneath, any Antifa quote unquote terrorism order would have all the amorphous ambiguities and endless expansions of power abuses that we saw and still see with the war on terror, but applied even more than now domestically to core speech and dissent rights. Supporting that would be madness. Exactly. 100%. 100%. You guys know what happened post 9/11 with the Bush administration. Immediately within 24 hours, they started mass surveillance. Okay. Immediately, they got to work on getting this Patriot Act passed, for warrantless wiretapping on Americans. I mean, these gross violations of people's privacy worldwide and your Fourth Amendment domestically, they've been going on for decades now. And if Trump can, and if the government can, they will exploit any kind of catastrophe, any kind of disorder to strengthen these to solidify them, because even though they're doing them anyway, it's better for them if they can set a legal precedent, right? And solidify it into law. Because then it's like, hey, look, man, you know, if you catch us, well, you got to shut the fuck up because, look, we can do this legally. So, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. And you know what's fucked up? It's like the whole conversation now is being derailed about Antifa. Motherfucker, I don't give a fuck about Antifa. What about blacks in America? What about George Floyd? Where is this justice that you speak of for George Floyd? Eric Garner, Breonna Taylor, and on and on and on. Like, how long is this list already? Stop trying to change the fucking subject. It's not about the looting. It's not about the protests. It's not, you understand? It's not about designating people as fucking Antifa or violent. Very, very good. Shut the fuck up about that. I want to know what's happening to blacks. Where's the justice for African Americans? I'm waiting. Do you see how they try to derail the conversation? How the Trump administration, how the right-wingers, they're trying to derail the conversation and make it about, oh, you're being unruly, you're being violent. No. You committed the initial injustice. The system, America murdered George Floyd, not the other way around. Don't get it twisted. So this whole Antifa nonsense, fuck out of here, man. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's comical in a sense, right? I mean, there's no such organization. It's absolutely ridiculous. Maybe Antifa exists in Foggy Bottom. As you can see, I Googled it. I was like, Foggy Bottom? What the bleeding hell is a Foggy Bottom? This made me laugh so much. Seriously, Foggy Bottom. Wait, mate, you got a spot of Foggy Bottom over there. So, we got a few super chats that I missed. Excuse me. Wallace West, bless you. Thank you for the super chat. Says, congrats on the channel growth. Keep it up, cousin. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Marco, thank you for the super chat. Says, designating Antifa as a terrorist organization is the equivalent of declaring war on terror. It's a carte blanche to go after whoever you deemed an enemy. Exactly. This is just a carte blanche, as you said, a blank check. Let's do whatever we like. Anyone who speaks out against racism, anyone who speaks up against injustices committed towards blacks or anything else we're called out for, we're gonna deem you as an enemy of the state. We're gonna classify you as Antifa, whatever the fuck that means. We're gonna classify you as XYZ, and then we're gonna shit on you. And on top of it, we're not gonna do anything for George Floyd or blacks. That's what the government is saying. Unfucking believable. It really is. You know, I'm going through Restream now. I'm curious what the delay is, actually. Is there a delay? I mean, there's always a delay with the stream, but how bad is it? That's what I'm curious about. Mona's on Rockfin saying, I love his accents. Thank you very much. Foggy Bottom. Oh, man, you got a spot of Foggy Bottom. But, yeah, it's good to have people watching on Rockfin. You know, ideally, I would really love if everybody moved the fuck over onto Rockfin because I don't trust YouTube. I just don't. It's a corporation. You know, they're looking out for their advertisers. That's what they care about. They care about propping up mainstream media. Have you ever noticed when you're watching independent media, the autoplay, the next video that comes up in the autoplay is like NBC or MSNBC or some junk from corporate news media? It's terrible. So, anyway. Have I plugged the show yet? I believe I have not plugged the show. So I will do that right now. As I mentioned, get your ass over to the Rockfin. Check this out, man. So like I'm live streaming there right now as well. I'm live streaming right there now as well. Check it out. Go over to rockfin.com/RichardMedhurst and sign up. Just make a free account at the very least and follow my ass, okay? That way we can beef up this number and make sure that, you know, whatever happens, people are going to stay, you know, they're going to stay up to date. And if you hit endorse Richard Medhurst, this red button right here, this helps a lot. I'll tell you why it helps a lot, because we get paid more on Rockfin, independent media. Okay, I mean, you know, I rely completely on you guys. It's a small channel compared to the big dogs, and yeah, it's $9.99. It's $10 a month. It's like Patreon and YouTube combined. I get to upload, I get to live stream, I get to do whatever I like over there. It's really good. So they invited me on there, which is really cool, because it's invite only. And as I said, you got Status Quo, you got Ron Placone, Graham Elwood, all the big dogs. Okay, so that's really good. Now, other than that, you can also sign up on PayPal. So as you can see here, we got several options. Do whatever you like, man. $2, $5, $7. You can put whatever number you like. This is patreon.com/Poppy Truman. I'm dropping the link. There we go, baby. Drop the link in the live chat. And yeah, you can support the channel for as much as you like or however much you want. I know times it's tough with this coronavirus nonsense. I mean, dude, this racial injustice, which has been going on for centuries, and now on top of it, the coronavirus, 40 million unemployed. This is insane. It's really insane. Like, this is just a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? But we still need your support. Stay active, man. I mean, all of the shit we're talking about. You think anyone on MSNBC is gonna fucking tell you that they're all colluding to shit on you because you're black, because you're poor, because you're a working class? You think they're ever gonna tell you this stuff? No way, man. At the end of the day, they all play on the same team. Don't ever forget that. So please, if you can, just throw $2, $5, whatever you can afford towards independent media. Really, really helps. All right, we got Patreon, and then of course there's PayPal as well. You know, people have been sending super chats over on PayPal because they take a smaller cut. So YouTube, I think they take 30% of whatever you send, but on PayPal they take a bit less, which is good. And yeah, you can just put whatever you like on there, man. Check it out. See, just go donate whatever you like. I'm drop the links, and I thank you very much for all your support. And that's it, man. That's it. Here's all the links, man. Thank you very much for supporting independent media. Really means a lot. Now, what did I want to talk about? Man, I have so many tabs open. Like, I can't even read the goddamn titles because there's so much shit to cover. It really is. Oh, by the way, Glenn Greenwald, he poked fun at Hillary Clinton, which was beautiful. Take a look at this. Hillary Clinton is like, she's saying elections matter, vote.org. And then Glenn tells her, if we vote, we can have the White House lit up in those pretty colors again. I'm not going to lie. That is quite pretty. That's absolutely amazing. They should bring back the Pride React as well on Facebook. But that is a pretty looking White House. Now, besides, Hillary Clinton, do you guys remember that Zoom call that she wanted to do $100,000? Oh my God. Do you think anybody attended? I never checked on that. By the way, I think we have a donation. Somebody donated on PayPal. Let me take a look. I don't know if anything happened. Oh shit. Check this out, man. Hold on a second. We got Tia. Seriously, Tia. Habibti, if that's you, I'm so grateful. Yeah, I think it is. Thank you so much. She signed up to support on Rockfin. Darling, let me give you a crab dance. We out here.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
All men and women created you know the thing. Hey, why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
Darling, thank you so much. You know what? I need to upgrade. I need to do it like a crab dance depke. All right, we need to do it Arab style, baby, Syrian style. By the way, Mona, thank you so much. Let me just pull up this PayPal over here. Thank you so much, Mona, for your donation. It says, Question. In addition to the monthly fee on Rockfin, do you get more if we actually watch you on Rockfin? Just curious. Yes, you do actually. So go and definitely watch on Rockfin if you can. Like I said, just make a free account if you want. Although if you would actually support the channel, it will be way better, right? And I think even watching, for free helps. I need to look up on that because I'm not 100% sure about how the platform works. I just know in general we get paid a lot better than anywhere else. So that, you know, it really helps. And not to mention that they're always trying to silence progressives, right? On YouTube, it's like half the time you don't even know if people got a fucking notification. You don't know what the hell's going on. Well, over there, they're not screwing with me. And if you support, we get paid a lot better than anywhere else. So thank you so much, guys. And definitely watch it over there if you can. Like, I would prefer it if everybody doing indie media got off of YouTube and went somewhere else that was actually safer for us. You know what I'm saying? There you go, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh shit. We got someone else to sign up a Rockfin as well. We got, hold on a second. But Sanchez like, get a new phone, you slow ass. Oh, okay. I will. Don't hate me. Bro, I swear. If I knew about this like a few years ago, we would be way better off as indie media as a whole. I'm telling you. Yo, Larali, am I saying your name correctly? Larali, thank you so much for signing up on Rockfin, baby. A crab dance for you as well. Bless you. Thank you.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
All men and women created by you know the thing. Hey, why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And by the way, we got another donation from our lovely Mona. Mona says, okay, I'll be lonely on Rockfin so you can make more money. Read the stupid Rockfin chat. So I will. Yo, hold on a second. Let me put on my Rick James voice. I got it's thanks to Mona that we can stream everywhere at the same time. Twitter, Twitch. Shit. I'm everywhere, baby. Straight out of the Kremlin, you know what I'm saying? Straight out of the Kremlin.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
Oh shit, I love that. I need to get me a big ass button and just press it, hit the Rick James voice. I love it. I got my headphones on earlier. I was over here like a fucking World War II cryptologist. I'm like trying to fine tune this bitch. I'm
Rick James, bitch.
Trying to fine tune the delay on it. Oh man, thank you so much, Mona. Mona is the reason. She's our financier. She's the MVP that is letting us, broadcast everywhere. Sooner or later, I can bet you we're gonna have a fucking satellite dish behind me broadcasting in outer space. Make sure the aliens can listen too. Oh my God, can you imagine if aliens tuned into like our broadcast and all they got was Rachel Maddow? Oh shit, that means we failed as like a species. It's over. Game over, man. Corn pop. Yes. Okay, so listen, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear, man. I'm telling you something. Is Trump listening? Do I need to put on the Rick James voice? Listen, man. Antifa is located in Foggy Bottom. And the leader is Corn Pop. And we are and we are angry. We are mad. So be ready. Shit, I got like 15 fucking windows to keep up with. Hold on a second. Mona's like an MVP. She watching everywhere. Bless you. She said, "Oh my God, you're so dumb." Oh shit. You do like the Rick James voice. Yo, and I'm telling you, when we get to 250 members, because damn, I gotta update this bitch. How many we at? We somewhere. We getting close, baby. It says 239. I think we're like in the 240 range. Oh my God. We're getting there. We're almost at 250. We're gonna have a whole new crowd dance. Oh shit, you don't even know what's coming. You don't even know what's coming. Straight out of Antifa headquarters, located in Foggy Bottom. Yo, but seriously, can I talk a second about the protests? Okay, we got to talk about a lot of shit. Seriously, a lot of shit. We have so much stuff to talk about, and I keep saying that, and then okay. We got a few super chats. Please let me read them. John, thank you for your super chat. Says you're a big dog now, bro. Shit, I am. I'm a big dog. You heard it here first, man. That's it. I got stamp of approval. Wallace West, thank you so much. Will you help some smaller channels move to Rockfin? I mean, I'm small myself, man. I don't even know if I have that kind of authority up there yet. Yeah, I got to build up my credibility a bit. Okay, I think you know this is like my first live stream on Rockfin, so I just joined, and like I said, they were very kind. I'm humbled to be invited on there with all these lovely progressives, and this is my first live stream on there. So seriously, you need to go to rockfin.com/RichardMedhurst and sign up. Seriously, it's good. It helps a lot. Oh, there's been a DC blackout. So listen, I don't know too much about what happened in I heard there was a blackout from during the AM, early hours of the morning, 1 to 5 a.m., something like that. I don't know much about that. I'm not going to speak on it. I don't know if that was anonymous or some shit. Can I be honest with you? Can I give you my real, like, honest opinion? Look, man. Tia knows we got to do this Arab style. I'm just scrolling up the comments. Shukran Habib. I'm so humbled. Listen, I just want to say one thing. I don't trust anonymous. No offense. Like, I'm not trying to start no beef. It's just that, dude, if you know your Cold War history and you understand counterintelligence, I mean, I'm looking at that and I'm just like, this is the FBI. Like, I don't know. You know how they play both sides. You know this. Maybe I'm wrong. I would hope that I'm wrong. I'm just, listen to me. Again, this is like a healthy cynicism. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like start no shit or nothing. I'm just saying, man, I have trust issues. That's just my like brief opinion. Yes, and as Madison correctly points out, Antifa is funded by the Kremlin. I know this because I'm live streaming from the basement. So they're in the next room. Corn Pop is sending up. And speaking of Russiagate, let's get to Russiagate. So they made a comeback. The disease has not gone away. Oh Lord. Arhamna min al-marad. It just won't go away. Even when you see a black man, George Floyd, being murdered in the fucking street, and you speak out against that, you're a Russian agent. You say anything critical of the establishment, you're a Russian agent. The Kremlin is sponsoring you. Yes, it's a fact. I know it. I pulled it out of my ass. You're a Russian agent. I know. Do you remember how they did that with Tara Reid? Right? As soon as she spoke out that Joe Biden assaulted her, she's a Putin puppet. Anyone. And you know what's really interesting? It's so confusing because like both sides are accusing the other one like about these protests, all the violent protesters. You got Trump and the State Department, you know, they're all saying like, oh, this is Antifa, they're looting, they're rioting. And then you got the Democrats and the neoliberals saying like, oh, it's the Russians and, you know, they're what the fuck? Make up your fucking minds. Which one is it? So take a look at this. Aaron Matei caught this. This is from CNN, Caravan of Diseases. And, no, wait, that's Tommy Lahren. Whatever. Look at what happened on CNN, man. Are you ready for this nonsense? No, not the membership thing. This nonsense over here. Susan Rice. Susan Rice went on CNN. What is his name? Wolf Blitzer? I don't know what his name is. The old guy. He looks like Colonel Sanders. Anyway, listen to what she said.
Based on my experience, I'm not reading the intelligence today or these days, but based on my experience, this is right out of the Russian playbook as well. And they're probably...
Did you hear that? She said that, well, I'm not reading the intelligence briefings today, but the protests, this is right out of the Russian playbook. Of course. What? I put someone from the New York Times on blast. I think his name was Barbara something. She was a total Karen, saying the same shit. Like, oh yeah, these protests, it's the Russians, man. Hold on a second. You're telling me the Russians killed George Floyd? You're telling me the Russians brought all these blacks all the way from Africa? They brought them to North America on slave ships? That was the Russians as well? The Russians were lynching blacks for a few centuries and making them work in cotton fields. That was also Russia? The Russians killed Eric Garner. No shit. Really? Do you see how they insult people's intelligence? Do you see how they insult the movement, like people speaking up for justice? You can't win. Anyone. I told you, Tara Reid is just another example. You know, even, do you remember Tulsi Gabbard? Hillary Clinton said, oh, she's being groomed by the Russians. What the? Oh my God, this McCarthy's bullshit is just infuriating. It really is. It's infuriating. I hate it. It's really, and look, she goes on. It's not done, huh? So you can hear more of Susan Rice speculating on CNN that Russia is fueling U.S. protests. Okay, let's look at let's listen to what she said.
New leadership, countries old and need to be addressed responsibly by new leadership.
You're absolutely right on the foreign interference, because we know for decades the Russians, when it was the Soviet Union, the communists, they've often tried to embarrass the United States by promoting the racial divide in our country. But what you're suggesting, Ambassador, is that they're still trying to do that? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we see it all the time. We've seen it for years and frankly every day on social media, where they take any divisive, painful issue, whether it's immigration, whether it's gay rights, whether it's gun violence, and always racism, and they play on both sides. Their aim is not simply to embarrass the United States, Wolf. Their aim is to divide us, to cause us to come into combat with each other, to disintegrate from within. And I would not be surprised to learn that they have fomented some of these extremists on both sides using social media. I wouldn't be surprised to learn that they're funding it in some way, shape, or form.
This bitch. Again, did the Kremlin, were those Russian agents that murdered George Floyd? Answer the question, please. Look, man, they are trying to sidetrack. They are trying to lead you off into a fucking fairy tale. Fuck you and fuck the Russians. No offense to Russians. I'm speaking figuratively. The issue here is George Floyd and the racial injustice in America. Can you fix that? I should have said fuck the KGB. Let's, to specify what I'm talking about. Well, it's not the KGB anymore. What is it? The SFB now? I forget the names that they changed it. But do you understand my point here? They're trying to fucking change the subject and say, oh, it's foreign intervention. No. America is built on slavery. America is built on genocide. I'm sorry. I'm not, trying to offend you here, but you should learn your history. This is a fact. It's built on genocide. You killed the Native Americans, got rid of them, took their land, and then you brought over tons of Africans to build your economy for you. And this racial divide exists. Russia did not promote it. Okay, Russia did not come and strangle George Floyd in the fucking street. Why do I have to break this down? This is so like denigrating and insulting. Like, how fucking dumb do you think people are? This is insane. This is fucking insane. Do you see how far it stretches? And the same thing with Tara Reid, by the way. Like, oh, like Joe Biden can rape a woman, and if the woman speaks up, oh, she's a Russian agent. What? No, fuck you. What happened between them? Address that. Nope. It's the Russians. Do you see the stonewalling you're dealing with? This is no different from what the Republicans are doing. They're colluding and trying to sidetrack and not address the fundamental issue, which is what? Racial injustice. They don't address it. And in the case of Biden, for example, that the candidate, is a rapist. I mean, it's insanity. They know what they're doing. This is not, it's on purpose. They're not fucking stupid. Make no mistake. I think Glenn Greenwald also said something about, So this was really good. Also, thank you to Aaron Matei for pointing out this insanity by Susan Rice. I mean, just again for context, Susan Rice was from the Obama administration. She was the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, and she's speaking like that. And she's also a black woman. And the only thing that she has to say about racial injustice towards African Americans is that the Russians are behind it. What the fuck? I don't even know what to say, man. So Glenn Greenwald also had some wonderful to point out about this Russiagate insanity. Look at this. This is from the New York Times. I'm just gonna I'm gonna read you this shit. I mean, it's unbelievable. MSNBC has been scrambling in a different way. The channel thrived from 2017 until earlier this year, lifted by its nonstop coverage of the Trump-Russia story and the story's denouement and impeachment. It signed up former spies and prosecutors as contributors. Wow, very fancy. So you know why they do that, of course, because it gives the story more credibility, even though it's fucking fairy tale nonsense. So it signed up former spies and prosecutors as contributors and dangled the hope that Robert Mueller would end Mr. Trump's presidency. Do you remember that? There was like, oh, you motherfuckers, wait till the Mueller report comes out. The Mueller report. And then PBS did a fucking hour-long documentary, which unfortunately I had to watch. Oh my God, the Mueller report. Just you fucking wait till the Mueller report. But the Russia show came to a disappointing conclusion for its audience with Mr. Trump's acquittal on February 5th, and ratings plummeted. Do you remember that? The Mueller hearing? Motherfuckers, listen to me. Just I had no show back then. And I sat here and I fucking watched it for 7 hours. Okay? I'm telling you, like, I'm into fucking politics. I sat here for 7 fucking hours for that hearing. It was something around 7-8 hours, was it not? With a little break in between. I watched the whole fucking thing. Excruciating. Excrement, horse manure. The whole thing. And it's fucking hilarious. Like, Mueller, he's like fumbling to find his pages. Okay, look, man. I understand, that he's an elderly man. Oh, by the way, do you know he used to run the FBI? Fuck him. Maybe he's having some memory issues. Fine, whatever. It's a stressful situation. But the motherfucker didn't know what he's talking about. He went fumbling because, you want to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's having memory issues and it's stressful. That's one thing. This dude had no fucking clue when he was being asked simple fucking questions. What was that phrase he kept repeating? That is not my prerogative or some shit, like the G-Man response. Like something out of a Valve game. Seriously, like, no clue. And then he goes out for the lunch break, he comes back, and then he starts changing this fucking story. Unbelievable. It was just insanity. So MSNBC's president, Phil Griffin, says, we didn't lose viewers. He insisted in an interview. He insisted we didn't lose viewers. They may have taken a few days off from watching out of, oh boy, I have to regroup, whatever the fuck that means. MSNBC's audience numbers did rebound with the coronavirus story, but the network's DNA is politics, and COVID-19 is not at its heart a political story. Rachel Maddow, the network star, saw her audience in the 25 to 54 demographic, the one most prized by advertisers, fall below CNN's Chris Cuomo for the first time. Wow. Do you understand what that means? She's full of shit, and the whole thing was ridiculous. And now that she's, she got the wind knocked out of her sails. Now that everyone saw that Russiagate was a steaming pile of horse shit, she's got less viewers than Chris fucking Cuomo, who's having a jag-off session with his brother on the air. Just pathetic. I mean, it's really, I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess some people, they just needed to feed into it. They thought that, believing in Russiagate and perpetuating this nonsense, they thought that that's a form of resistance against Trump. No, it's not. That's a form of fucking delusion. That's what it is. Okay? You can oppose Trump on his wars. You could do that, Oh, wait a second. Oh, you'd have to criticize the neoliberals then. Oh, can't have that, can we? It will make you look bad. Can't do that, can we? You see, there's a lot of things to criticize Trump on. Oh, there's a plethora. But when you do that, you then tend to see a pattern where the things Trump that he's doing, they're a continuation of the American empire. They're a continuation of what Obama was doing, right? So for the neoliberals, for her core base, this would break their brains, right? They have to choose a camp. They have to fall into one camp, and they've chosen the neoliberal camp. And so they thought that, well, if they turn a blind eye to all the war crimes that they commit, that they can resist Trump by just believing in Russiagate. That way they don't have to look at the atrocities, right? So there we go. But this is just insane. And they continue it now. And it's just insulting. It really is. I mean, just even when it comes to racial injustice, they're still perpetuating it. Even when it comes to Tara Reid, with her sexual assault allegations against Joe Biden, they're perpetuating it. It never stops. It's never ending. You open your mouth, you're a Russian agent. So that's why I laughed so fucking hard when Graham says I'm broadcasting live from the Kremlin. You can see it says it in the ticker now down here. Somewhere over here. I love it. I love it. And yeah, it's true. Antifa. We have a base. We have a field office for Antifa set up in Foggy Bottom. It's run by Corn Pop. He's the leader of the organization, and we are coming for you. It's Britney, bitch. So let me correct that.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
So this is just hilarious, and it's so good. It's so good seeing real fucking journalists like Aaron Matei, Max Blumenthal, Glenn Greenwald call out this Russiagate hysteria. It's really wonderful. And Jimmy Dore's been doing this for fucking years. I was looking at his video where he was calling out Rachel Maddow, and God damn it, I couldn't find this fucking video. I think it's like a year old or it's 2 years old, something like that. And Rachel Maddow, somebody please find this for me. She has someone on her show, and he feeds her such an unbelievable fucking conspiracy theory that Trump had something to do with an agent in Russia. Like, I don't know, man. It was some detail of Russiagate, and even she couldn't believe it. And she sits back in her chair. She goes like, "What?" Oh my God. And Jimmy Dore kept looping it, and she sounded like a fucking parrot. What? Somebody please find it for me. That was just wonderful. Seriously. I love Jimmy. He's the fucking best. And everybody just doing great work. So yeah, that's the whole Russiagate nonsense. They're trying to bring that even when George Floyd is murdered in broad daylight. No, it's Russia. No, Russia committed slavery. Russia oppressed the blacks. Russia is the one perpetuating this perverted criminal justice system, this prison industrial conflict. Yeah, it's all Russia. Oh, it's Russia. We know it. End of story. And if you open your mouth, you're also a Kremlin Putin puppet. We said so. I'm sorry. You see, it says right here, we are broadcasting live from the Kremlin basement. Oh man, I'm fucking dead. Oh shit, Mona says, Poppy, you're supposed to behave because you got that award. No Rick James. Shit, oh my God, I forgot. I was on television the other day. You're right. Can I? I gotta behave now. I gotta be more journalistic and professional. No, man. No, listen to me, man. I'm not fucking changing. I'm not gonna put on a fucking blazer and speak like Medhurst. as we all know, the Russians are behind this. No, I think even Mehdi Hassan, he denounced the Russiagate nonsense, which is like, I mean, I would like to give him credit, but I can't do that because like in maybe 2 hours he's gonna say it's true. We don't know. As I've shown you, I actually did a bit of journalism myself. I drew up a very sophisticated document. Okay, this is a copyright Richard Medhurst, and I actually mapped out personally. I personally mapped out Mehdi Hassan. I mapped out his political compass. Okay, this is the result of extensive journalistic research. Take a look. It's a fucking circle. So depending on what time you catch him, you might find him over here or he might be over here. We don't know. So the truth, we choose truth over facts. We choose facts over truth. Well, whatever. You know the thing. So there there you go. Oh, this is lovely. I'm trying to. Anthony says check out the Twitch woke channel. Man, it's crazy. I'm trying to like read 3 different comment sections, but this is a blessing. This is a problem I would like to have. So thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for tuning in on Rockfin, for tuning in on YouTube, for tuning in on Twitch, Twitter, where actually I don't know. Shit, I don't know what people are fucking saying on Twitter. Oh shit, I have no clue. People might have been saying something. I have to get them to show up. But yeah, just like Claudia says, you know, Mehdi Hassan, he deserves a sarmaya. Not even a proper one, like a sarmaya atiya, which is like a old ass raggedy shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like a old one. No, we're not. Hold on, let me go to the Twitch woke channel. Oh shit, what is this? Oh, we got a nice donation on PayPal. Hold on, let me bring this up for y'all. Thank you for donating on PayPal. Whoa, this is a long comment. I'll still read it. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm not sure if I should read it out loud because you put your private email. So I mean, I don't know if I could censor it, but let me just read it out anyway. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. No one should be made fun of like that. That's not okay. Bullying is not okay. And okay, what's your Twitter handle? This is from Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey, listen, man. Where are you commenting? You commenting on Twitter? Oh, actually, I'm going to just hit you up right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I will hit you up right now. Give me 1 second. Just give me your Twitter. I don't want it to get lost in the... Oh shit! Thank you also for. I think I should play it. I'm 30 minutes late, unfortunately, but Jeffrey also endorsed the channel on Rockfin, so I also owe you a crab dance, brother. Thank you so much.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Listen, fuckhead, you have fucking crossed the line, claiming I'm the enemy. You got that, you goddamn son of a bitch?
All men and women created by you know the thing. Hey, why you texting? Why? You're getting nervous, man. Calm down. It's okay.
Thank you very much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate it. Michael is saying more professional. unsubscribed. Yo, but seriously, like, we have a, hold on, what was that phrase in Arabic again? عود جالس وحكي دغري, something like that, which basically means like, you know, sit however you want, but speak straight. Like, it's on. Oh my god, I bastardized it so bad. It sounded like fucking Biden. No, it basically means like don't talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it real. So you know, blazer or no fucking blazer, as long as what you're saying is true, that's what's important. That's what counts. That is. Oh shit. Mona, do you want me to read out your comments on Rockfin? Mona says, I want Poppy to wear a blazer with elbow patches. Oh shit. Antifa patches, right? We're gonna have like corn and pop. And she says like a sexy professor. Oh shit, Indiana Jones, man. No. Come on, man. We gotta calm this down. I might end up on TV, man. Yo, seriously, don't go nowhere because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done. How dare you? I'm just loading. Okay, wow, we got 120 people watching. Amazing. Actually, that's just YouTube. So bless you guys. Thank you very much. Listen, we got some more stuff to cover. So I want to talk about, I don't know if I should even talk about these guys. Like I randomly fucking found them and it's just the most hilarious shit. I don't even want to dignify it. Basically, let me explain this to you. I found a channel by accident. They're bigger channel. They're almost at 100,000, I think. And it's a dude. He's a right winger on YouTube, and he was talking the biggest shit like that I've ever heard. And it was once again this same fucking rhetoric, like, oh, if only you were peaceful, then you know we could have had great things. What? Oh my god, I'm gonna get sick of this. I'm gonna fucking puke. Oh god. Okay, just briefly, I'm gonna just to show you how ridiculous this sounds. I'm serious. It's ridiculous. I don't know who this dude is, but like, what the fuck? Just discovered him as Graham Allen. Listen to the shit that he's saying, man. What is he saying over here?
However, I will say that the lack of leadership that we're seeing across the board, honestly, across the board, and we'll talk about President Trump in a minute. I think President Trump needs to address the nation. I do. I'm on that train. I believe.
Oh, how fucking generous of you. You think? How controversial? Did you see how he's trying to like fucking tiptoe? Like, oh, I don't want to criticize Trump. Oh my God, I better not fucking criticize. Yes, your fucking president should address the nation when it's burning down. Yes, he should.
It is his obligation as a leader. You've got 30 states with 30 cities in each, one city in each state that's on fire.
Mm-hmm. All right, now let's get to the real bullshit. Hold on, let me fast forward.
America, that this is not the majority, that this is.
Oh yeah, so
I mean, you just do.
I'll just leave it. There you
go. It's on fire right now. You've got to say something. I mean, you just do. Even if it's just to reassure America that this is not the majority, that this is, you know, that we are united. Even if that's it, even if that's all you say, you have to say something.
And we're filming this at 9:30, so they're.
Yeah, he very well may come on today. I think he's going to say something today.
Yeah.
Oh, he said something. All right, you get martial law. Oh shit.
And so if you listen to this after he's spoken, this is early in the morning when we film this. Anyway, back to my precursor almost to today's conversation. If Americans realize, real Americans, as I call them all the time, we're watching this right now and everybody's kind of biding their time a little bit.
That's really curious. I wonder what he means by real Americans. Do you think that's like curious terminology? What is a real American? You didn't happen to mean white, did you? Is that what you consider a real American? I'm curious. What does that mean? Tell me what a real American means. You mean a native to which you committed genocide against? To me, that I think to a sane, rational person, Yes, that to me, that's a real American. The natives that you massacred, that you committed genocide against. That's a real American. That's their land. If that's what you mean.
Waiting for the leadership to take over. If real Americans realize that leadership is not going to handle it, they will handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you're going to see things that you don't want to see. And
does this guy not listen to himself when he speaks? He says leadership is failing to act. Against who? He means Antifa. And he's saying that if the government doesn't act against Antifa, then essentially the real Americans, meaning the whites, will go and shoot them. They will take things into their own hands. So he's saying that when the government fails to act, it's okay for whites to take the law into their own hands. But when blacks are getting murdered, that's not okay. Blacks are not allowed to do things that you don't like. Does he not fucking listen to himself when he speaks? You don't see a fucking double standard there? Oh my God. Like I can't, this is horse manure. I really couldn't listen to more than 2 minutes. It's absolutely excruciating. Does this guy fucking like think when he speaks?
And, you know, these Antifa terrorists know not what they ask.
That's
Who the fuck is Antifa? You are the terrorist. You are murdering blacks in the fucking street. You are bombing Arabs overseas. You are doing regime change in Latin American countries. You are the fucking terrorist. Antifa doesn't exist. Oh my God. The horse manure that these right-wingers spew is fucking unbelievable. This is not even a right-winger, left-winger fucking issue. Like, this is anyone with one fucking brain cell can see this shit.
That's right.
They don't. They know not what they ask. They are not the majority of this country. In fact, they're a minuscule, piddly little piss ant of the people in this country. And, you know, we don't go looking for violence, but if you want war, you'll get it. I mean, that's kind of the American.
Are you ready for it? Listen.
American mindset.
Yeah. We're not just going to let you take over.
Or you'll get it.
Listen
and,
again.
You know, we don't go looking for violence, but if you want war, you'll get it. I mean, that's kind of the American mindset.
Yeah.
We don't go looking for war. That's just kind of the American mindset. Really? No, you're kidding. Just, brother, come here a second, brother. How many countries is the United States bombing right now? Huh? Can you just give me a real quick head count, just right at the top of your head? Oh, what is it, like 7, 8, a dozen? You ain't looking for war? No? It's just the American mindset. We don't go looking for war. Look, man, look. These bases next to Iran, they just fell out of the sky. We don't go looking for war. Iran, they just came and put their country next to our bases, man. You know, we don't go looking for war. We don't go down burning the fucking wheat in Syria so people starve. That's just kind of the American mindset. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to jump out the window. Does this motherfucker listen to himself? Does he fucking listen to himself when he speaks? I'm gonna fucking lose it. And be careful, Antifa, Corn Pop. I'm warning y'all. They're coming. They're gonna give you war. Wow. Yeah, George Floyd was asking for it, you know? We don't go looking for war. What again, I always ask this fundamental question. Why are there Africans in America? What are they doing there? They were brought there as slaves. You literally fucking brought them there as slaves, and you've been treating them like shit and fucking murdering them for 400 years. That's the fucking truth. That's the truth. That's the fundamental issue here. Okay? There's no getting around it. You can't tiptoe around that shit. That's fucking facts. That's history. And that oppression has not stopped. It's ongoing. So don't give me this, we don't go looking for war. You know, the natives in America, they just genocided themselves. You know, the blacks, they just came here by themselves, man. They've been killing themselves, man. You know, we don't go looking for war. Shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, you potato head, you fucking idiot, you blockhead motherfucker. You not having a single fucking brain cell motherfucker, you dumbass. What a fucking moron. What a fucking idiot. I never heard such horse manure in one fucking minute in my life. You sound worse than Bush. Jesus Christ. What a fucking blockhead. I can't play any more of that. Just enough. Enough. Seriously. What a potato head. This motherfucker is straight out of Foggy Bottom. I'm telling you. Foggy Bottom. So, just, you know, pay close attention how they're trying to twist the whole thing into Antifa, looting, violence, anything to not address the racial injustice. Anything. Even fucking Russia. Russia has something to do with this. Not racial injustice, not the prison industrial complex, not the militarized police, not the fucking slavery and the oppression and the genocide and the discrimination that blacks have been facing for centuries. Anything but that. Very interesting, right? What a fucking bootlicker. Seriously. So just speaking about these protests that are going on. This is dangerous shit. I mean, people are really getting their fucking you know, they're getting shot with rubber bullets. I saw a girl that was carrying groceries. I think she was just going home and she got shot right above the eye, almost hit her in the eye. I saw there was a crowd of people that were kneeling. You know, something that a lot of people have been doing right now to peacefully protest, which they say no one is doing, apparently, is to kneel and you know, with the fist up, like Colin Kaepernick, right? So even then, they're being carted away, they're being maced, they're being beaten. I mean, you can't. There's no such thing. We've gone over this. You know, just out of I went back and I looked at the protests in France. I mean, they're still ongoing, but because of the coronavirus, they've been kind of, you know, they've nothing of the same caliber, nothing on the same scale as what you were seeing last year. Man, holy shit. Like, I really had to take a minute just to remember what was happening in France. I mean, this is insane. It's really insane. What they were doing in France makes the protests in the US look like a fart. I'm not joking. I don't know if you guys remember what was happening in France, but they fucking took over the city, essentially. I mean, look at this. There's a documentary. It's in French. I mean, just watch it regardless. What's it called again? Police au cœur du chaos. I'll send you up. I posted the link in the Discord. You should definitely watch it. It's an hour long. Dude, so essentially they covered mainly the 1st of December. What was this? 2018? 1st of December 2018? Man, you had massive fucking protests in Paris, and they just took over the goddamn city. Take a look. I took a few caps. I didn't know if I could show the clips because of the copyright shit, but I took a few screen caps. I mean, look at the goddamn. Look what happened here. Hold on a second. Let me move that into the center. This is just insane. Y'all see that? So all of these pictures, just to give you a quick overview, this is where most of the cops were. So they placed them at the government buildings, okay? So l'Assemblée Nationale, the Senate, essentially, l'Élysée, you know, like they placed them where the president was, where the government institutions are. That's where the bulk of the police were. And essentially, they left the monuments exposed, including the l'Arc de Triomphe. How the fuck? The Arc of Triumph. Jesus Christ, I don't even know what the fucking thing is in English. You know, l'Arc de Triomphe. So they took over it. The protesters just took over the goddamn thing. And hold on, I wanted to show you these pictures, man. It's absolutely insane. Wow. Okay. You see this? Look at that. They took over the monument and all of these 8 avenues, including Les Champs-Élysées, which is like, the most important goddamn street in Paris. I mean, what is that? What is your equivalent in the US? First Avenue, Times Square, in the UK, that would be Oxford Street. So in Berlin, Unter den Linden, they just took over the goddamn thing. The monument, the fucking monument, and all of these streets taken over by protesters. And all the cops, as I told you, they were over here. The whole thing was just fucking exposed. And I mean, Jesus Christ, they got to work, man. They really got to work. As I showed you, look at these pictures. They dismantled anything, benches, tiles, anything they could use to make barricades. And do you know how many rounds of tear gas the cops fired? 15,000 rounds of tear gas in one day. Again, let me repeat that. The cops in Paris fired 15,000 rounds of tear gas in one day. That is more than an entire year previously. Can you fucking imagine how insane this shit was? I mean, it's just the scale of it. And the protesters started using fences as riot shields. Like, if you go and watch the video, you see them banging it down. Like they're like Vikings, like they're ready to fucking storm the cops. It's insane. It's the scale of it, la grandeur quoi de ce truc, c'est énorme. It's really insane. Like I said, it makes the stuff you've been seeing in the US look like a fart. However, on the flip side, what's really crazy is that the response in the US from the cops, from the police, from the militarized police is magnitudes above what you see here. I mean, the other day I was telling you about how the CRS, the French riot police, they're kind of infamous, not just in France, but even abroad, for being extremely violent. And make no mistake, they were. I'm not going to show you the videos, but they were. They went into a Burger King beating up people who were just gasping for air. It's terrible. But what you're seeing now from the US, I mean, man, it's just, it's the same, if not more. And like I said, I think it's magnitudes worse than what you see in France. Even though the protesters in France, in Paris, on this day especially, were way more wild. I mean, I'm telling you, they took over the fucking Arc de Triomphe inside. They were on the fucking roof. I'm not kidding. And like I said, they're just using fences as riot shields and charging at the cops. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely nuts. Look at this guy. This dude used a fucking electric saw to slice open a fucking I'm gonna say cash point, goddamn ATM. Have you seen anything like that in the US? I mean, yeah, you've seen people maybe, like, I saw some guy walk off with a bunch of PRS guitars. I was like, God damn, that's nice. But like, those are some nice guitars. But this is, I mean, something else, like just in broad daylight. And inside L'Arc de Triomphe, you had a guy with a drill. He just, there's a cash machine inside. He was like, okay, I'm just going to drill the fucking thing. It's nuts. It's really a fucking sight to see. So you should definitely go and watch that. I mean, the French, they really just don't give a fuck. And they burn, they if you also look at other cities in France, they burned an entire prefecture, which is essentially the local prefecture. They burned down an entire complex on a highway. You had like a toll booth. They burned down the toll booth and the fucking complex. Five buildings, a dozen cars. I mean, the police just nowhere to be found. And I think, by the way, just going back to Paris on that day when they protested in Paris, this one, the 1st of December, I'm telling you, they burned down 112 cars. 112 cars in just a few hours. Madness. I mean, the scale of it is just, it's astonishing. And that's one day. And the protest has been going on since. So what is this, like almost, a year and a half now? Every Saturday, they go and protest. By the way, another interesting fact about this, like I said, they shut down 8 avenues. So you have Boulevard Haussmann, you have also les Champs-Élysées, you have all this stuff. But, also what's really interesting is that by shutting down all of these streets, they shut down all the big businesses and the tourism. Not good for the capitalists, is it? Just really insane. And I saw videos also, I think I shared a few of them with you, where you see firemen also protesting against the police. Like, I mean, really crazy. And you even had a fireman like talking in the face of the riot police, saying we're in the same boat. If they cut our pensions, like that affects you too, right? They're all on the government's payroll essentially, right? Just firefighters rioting against police. Crazy stuff. Really interesting. Oh, and there was also another video of someone who took a tractor. So they had burnt a car, and then someone brought a tractor and lifted up the burning car and just drove off with the burning car. Like, just, I mean, it's insane. Do I have a screen cap of that? I think I do. I don't know where I put it, but anyway, I thought that was just interesting. You should definitely go and watch what's going on there. I'm reading your comments here. Wow. Yeah. So as Michael brought up and sick as well, based firefighters. I mean, look, I can show you. I'm not kidding. They were really like rioting with each other. I think we posted that, and I posted that in the fucking Discord. Yeah, look at this. This is insane. It's really something to behold. Again, I hope I don't get no copyright shit, but oh yeah, they brought along a siren as well and did like a choo-choo train with the goddamn siren. Look at this. So they're sitting on top of the water trucks, right? Which they used to spray protesters with, the water cannon. Oh. So there's a lot more footage. That I mean, if you thought that was peaceful in any way, no, there's a lot more. Just insane, really insane stuff. And unfortunately, what is unfortunate is that in France, you did have people trying to co-opt the movement. Of course, the media tried to discredit it, and they're doing that regardless. But you did have like ultra right people trying to co-opt the movement. But as you can see here, I mean, this is just like literally firefighters against the police. It's not even like it's not even necessarily an ultra right or ultra left. No. It's just they're fighting for their pensions. So you see, this was also part of the protests. Make no mistake, and it's really insane. And that 1st December, that Saturday in France, my goodness, 15,000 15,000 tear gas canisters in one day. Fucking hell. I can't believe they didn't run out. Unbelievable. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Yeah. And of course, I was telling you guys before, the French, they have this mentality of going on strike, you know, faire grève, which is ingrained into their culture. I think they've had a much stronger, I know they've had much stronger socialist and communist movements all the time. And especially World War II, if you look at the resistance against the Germans, the communists were the most effective, no surprise. I mean, you had F section being run by the British intelligence, by SOE, to support the French resistance, but you also had communists. I mean, by the end of the war, they'd essentially taken over entire provinces in France, and they had to kind of basically surrender them over to the Allied forces. And then, they didn't listen. Well, I think they hashed out a deal. I think Moscow. I hate saying it the American way. Moscow. They directly told them to give it up. Yeah. And of course, I mean, you didn't have the same kind of anti-communist. What's the word I'm looking for? Fermented fervor. They didn't repress communists and socialists in France like they did in the US, you know. So you've always had we have to go on strike to get shit done mentality, always, and you still do. It's part of their culture, man. It's a shame because, like I said, it used to be part of US culture in the 30s, 1930s. It's gone now. They made sure to get rid of it. And so people think that, that protesting or going on strike is a rare thing. No, this should be part of your culture because it's a way for workers to stand up. It's a way to stand up for racial justice. It's a way to stand up for minorities. It's important. And, that's why counterintelligence programs have actively tried to dismantle them. There's a reason for that. So, yeah. Anyway, it's really just, I just thought it would be interesting to show you the stuff in France very quickly. There you go. And they've been using very dangerous weapons over there. I don't know if they have these in the US, but you can see over here, this is a 40 millimeter. It's called a flashball. And they've been firing these at people in France. And I think France is like the only European country, or one of the only ones that uses them. And then they have another explosive. I think it has tear gas in it, and it's also a flash grenade. I can't remember, man. I really can't. Usually, I would have remembered this from yesterday, but France is the only country that still uses it in the EU, and it's just disgusting. I mean, you've had people get their fucking hands blown off by it, and they do this on purpose. One of the yellow vests said, ils font ça exprès, hein. C'est une personne qui se fait c'est complètement déchirer la main, mais après t'as 1000 personnes qui sont terrorisées, qui voient ça, qui témoignent ça, et t'as 1000 personnes, ça fait peur à 1000 personnes du coup, hein. Ça blesse une personne, mais il y a 1000 personnes qui sont terrorisées par ça. So you have one person, essentially one person gets their fucking hand blown off, but the effect of it is much more powerful because if 1,000 people see that shit, then you have 1,000 people terrorized by it, and it's enough. And multiple instances. This golf ball that I just showed you, this flashball thing, this 40 millimeter, it's very dangerous. One man got hit in the fucking head by it, and he went into a coma, and it took him a month to learn how to walk again and just fucking stand up. Can you imagine that? What was his name again? Hold on. I can't remember his name. and you had people killed by it. It's just absolutely disgusting. Journalists, everybody being shot at. They don't care. But that wasn't in Paris. The guy I'm telling you about who got hit in the head, that wasn't in Paris. I think it was in Bordeaux. C'était où ça? Bon, des Français qui écoutent, vous savez de qui je parle. Je cherche son nom vite fait là. So I'm wondering, what are they using in the US? Are they using stuff that big? I know they're fucking using something. They're using rubber bullets for sure. I'm just curious how many millimeters it is. I mean, you guys saw the picture of that girl with the groceries, right? That's just one person. And then, oh yeah. So I'm not going to show you the pictures, but it's all on video, by the way. Olivier Béziade. Where was this? Yeah, it was in Bordeaux. So I did remember that correctly. Olivier Béziade, this guy, okay, he got hit in the head with one of these golf ball, this flashball gun, and he was they put him into a coma for a few days at the hospital, and then it took him like an entire month to be able to walk again, physical rehabilitation, just dreadful. It's fucking dangerous. They say rubber bullets. I mean, what the fuck? This is not a joke, man. It's messed up. Oh, okay, so people are telling me you did hear about 44 millimeter? Yeah, it's awful. It's really awful, man. And, I mean, you should see the cops. They did bring out APCs in the end when they were taking back l'Arc de Triomphe. They had APCs. They brought in tons of riot police. Like I said, most of them were at the government buildings, so they had to wait a few hours to get reinforcements. But they came in like an army, essentially. It is a militarized police force. Make no mistake. France is a major weapons manufacturer, after all. Yeah. I don't know. I think the U.S. is definitely unique in terms of how much their police is militarized. Definitely, like they have a military industrial complex that is leagues above anyone else's, and they've made sure over decades now that every single county, every police department is armed to the fucking teeth with stuff they do not need, and now they're bringing it all out to brutalize people that are standing up for racial justice. That's the end. That's the bottom line. You have a brutal militarized police force oppressing civilians standing up for racial justice. And if Trump, it's essential martial law already. It really is. You can't protest peacefully. You can't even be media. Like I would be scared to go out with a camera now. I wouldn't do that. You saw Convo Couch, Fiorella, she got brutalized by the cops. They had so many people in holding cells that they couldn't even arrest her and take her to the station. They gave her a citation. And then also Jen from Status Quo, she got hit with tear gas, if I'm not mistaken. She's okay, thankfully. Fiorella and Jen, they're both okay. But still, you saw even major news outlets getting hit. Take a look. This is look at this. Also media.
WCCO. That's a WCCO card. Okay. Joan, get over here. Joan, I'm just getting my producer. Run the rest, get out, run the rest. Put it down. The man, put your hands on your back. Okay. I'm not fighting.
Come on, man. What is that? Even media, forget it, man. No. Fucked up. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump brought in the real military. I wouldn't be surprised at all. But it's essentially already in effect. I don't know. You tell me. You're over there. A lot of you are over there. You've been protesting. This is dope. I'm seeing people, Eric and Mona and Michael and Claudia, everybody over on Rockfin as well. Like I said, go ahead on Rockfin. Definitely sign up, man. And if you can, endorse the channel. This is dope to be broadcasting everywhere. But like I said, I haven't even been looking at the comments on Twitter. I have no clue what's up over there. Let me take a look. I'm actually curious. Can I even see that over here? Well, anyway. Yeah, so this isn't 100% related. We're going over now into foreign policy. Although, you know, American imperialism, God, this is, everything overlaps, doesn't it? I just want to show you very quickly. I'm going to post this again afterwards. I want to show you this is a farmer. I think it's in Qamishli, so northeastern Syria. And you got a U.S. convoy just like rolling up on his fucking land, on his farm. I mean, he's basically just telling him, like, what the fuck are you doing in this country? What business do you have over here? I think that's a pretty legitimate question when an armed convoy of soldiers halfway across the world roll up on your fucking farm. And as we've covered, they're burning wheat, right? They're burning everyone's wheat. They don't give a fuck. What do you call that? What do you call that? Like, why is an armed convoy? It's really unbelievable. Anyway. I run out of words sometimes. I really do. I don't even know what to say to that. It's just disgusting. Oh shit. This is really cool. I'm checking out all the new features over here, streaming everywhere at the same time. Wow, we got 127 people watching. This is YouTube alone. But like I said, man, we're live everywhere now. This is thanks to Mona.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, I gotta stop saying that, right? We gotta be professional. Dude, forget that. Forget that. Yeah, I would agree with you guys. That looks like oppression. That looks like terrorism to me. Like, what the fuck are you doing there? This whole concept, like, of just rolling up and acting like you own the place. What the fuck? Oh, we got 17 watching. We got 17 watching. Slay Thomas is pathetic reporting. Then why the fuck are you watching, bitch? Listen, man. I'm gonna be very, very straightforward with you. I'm gonna be very straightforward with you. If you just fucking invade someone someone's country, and you roll up there, that's called terrorism. When you start burning wheat, again, we already covered this. Take a look. You start burning people's wheat. That's a war crime, okay? Apache helicopters of the U.S. occupation forces using incendiary weapons, thermal balloons, to cause wheat fields to explode into flames. Why do you think they're doing that? They're trying to cause a famine. They're trying to, make sure that the population starves, that they have nothing to eat, so that they turn against the government and rise up. This is disgusting. This is oppression. This is terrorism. This is imperialism. And it's all connected. It's all connected. And, if Trump decides to unleash active duty on you, oh boy. I mean, it's not going to look too different from what you're already experiencing. It is essentially already martial law, right? If you have a curfew, you can't fucking speak, you can't peacefully protest, you're getting beaten and maced and told to shut the fuck up. Yeah, I'd say that's martial law. What are you waiting for? You want the drone strikes to start? I mean, it's okay though. Don't forget, because Russia's supporting you. Any minute now, Putin is gonna ride into fucking battle on a bear and come save you. Sam, you were correct. That's what sanctions do without the bombs, right? So in case people forgot, what do you think Iran and Syria are experiencing? When they're not allowed to import certain medical equipment, when they're not allowed to import medicines, when they're not allowed to import food, when they're isolated, when you're not allowed to export, right? So for example, in Venezuela, they're under sanctions. They can't export their oil, even though they have the largest oil reserves in the world. They should be swimming in money. But the United States sanctions any companies or corporations that deal with Venezuela. So Venezuela, very limited in their options. Not to mention they have a fucking naval blockade now and U.S. troops on the Colombian border. So they also choke you in both ways. They make sure you can't import certain goods, and then they make sure you can't even use your natural resources to enrich yourself and, progress as a civilization, as a country, as a society. Very, very good, right? It's siege warfare. It's illegal. They don't care. You do it to Venezuela, do it to Syria, do it to Iran. Anyone who is... are they still calling it the axis of evil? You remember when Bush came up with that? Well, he gives a shit. It's all imperialism, man. It's what it is. It's what it is. Make no mistake. Don't try to sugarcoat that shit. You want to go watch MSNBC and they want to tell you that, these leaders, Maduro and Assad, they're so fucking evil. They're oppressing their people. What are you doing? What do you call that when you just choked out a black man in the street? That's not oppressing your people? When you're macing peaceful protesters, that's not oppressing your people? When are you getting some democracy, huh? When are you getting some of those freedom bombs that you give other countries? Everyone should just put sanctions on the United States. And by the way, speaking of hypocrisy, something very, very nice happened. I think Glenn Greenwald posted this. Iran is asking the United States to stop oppressing its people. Okay. And Glenn Greenwald shared it. Let me just find that. Here we go. So, as you can see, the Iranian Foreign Ministry's emotional appeal to U.S. government to stop using police brutality against their own people in their right of protest. Okay. Let's listen to that.
To the American people. To the American people. The world has heard your outcry over the state operation. The world is standing with you. The American regime is pursuing violence and bullying at home and abroad. We are greatly regretful to see, along with the people across the world, the violence since the US police has recently unfolded. We deeply regret to see the American people who peacefully seek respect and no more violence are suppressed indiscriminately and met with the utmost violence. And to the American officials and police, stop violence against your people, and let them breathe.
On point. On point. I love it. I love it. It's so satisfying. It's so satisfying. Because usually, you know, you'd see that fucking potato head, Mike Pompeo. But I feel like that's an insult to potatoes. Potatoes are fucking awesome, man. They don't deserve to be compared to Mike Pompeo or that other blockhead that we were watching. So usually what you'll see is Mike Pompeo, right? You remember with Venezuela just a few weeks ago? This fucking blockhead, this idiot. I was like, oh, we can't wait for democracy to come to Venezuela. And for the Maduro regime to stop oppressing its people. They always do that. It's a propaganda tool, right? It's the holier than thou. We're going to come along and say, oh, American exceptionalism, we're the best. We're going to stop the people in insert country here being oppressed by their malicious evil leader. We are the only voice of reason in the world. We're the best. White man knows best, right? Monroe Doctrine, all the good stuff. Oh yes, America. The white man always knows best. The white man always knows best, yeah, boy. Yes. Put a quick lid on it, yes? Get to work on that, boy. We'll be done with that chap in a jiffy. Right? You would see Mike Pompeo or whatever hack. Hillary Clinton, all of them. They come and do their little speech on the podium and tell you about how evil Assad is and how evil Maduro is and how evil Saddam is and how evil XYZ and XYZ. Yeah, okay. And then they justify the reason to bomb these countries, to invade them, to sanction them, to starve their people, to fucking do an even worse oppression upon them. So it's quite satisfying now to see Iran come and call out the United States bullshit, which I mean, let's not make no fucking mistake. This didn't start 4 days ago with George Floyd. Okay? Blacks have been oppressed in America for fucking centuries. And you know, they tell you that you live in a democracy. They tell you that you have privacy and you have a right to free speech. But do you really? What is going on with Julian Assange? Does Julian Assange have freedom? Is he allowed to be a journalist? He's never even been to America. And look at what they're trying to do. They're trying to bring him over to put him in jail for 260 years or whatever the fuck it is, for like 2 centuries. Why? Why? Because he exposed U.S. imperialism. He exposed the terrorism that the United States inflicts upon other countries. He exposed it. He called them out. So they're trying to put him in jail now because there is no such thing as freedom of speech in the United States. It's a fucking hoax. And people now are waking up to the reality that blacks have already been living under. Okay? So if you think that you're not, it's unfair because you're not allowed to walk down the street without getting maced or shot with tear gas or beaten, well, guess what? Blacks have already been living under that martial law. Blacks have already been exposed to that for fucking centuries. Just the proof is right in front of you. You do nothing, you just get fucking choked out. You don't know. No idea. Oh yeah, you hate to hear it. It's the fucking truth. So there you go. Good to see another country calling out the bullshit, the hypocrisy. I have nothing else to add. End of story, man. I mean, we still got a lot of stuff to say, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you for these super chats. I missed a few super chats. So John says Corn Pop 2020. Yes, Corn Pop all the way, baby. You are, as I said before, Corn Pop is actually the leader of Antifa, and we're holding a fucking release party down at Foggy Bottom. So come on over, baby. Troy, thank you for your donation. Says, Richie, I'm so tired of these soft right-wing fascists hiding behind their guns and oligarch daddies. Me and my tree-hugging friends would clap their faces. Yes, I'm tired of that shit too. And again, as I pointed out before, it's really interesting how now that Trump wants to institute martial law, I mean, you already been living under it for the last few days. It's there already, but he's just trying to make it official now. It's interesting to see with the Insurrection Act that all of a sudden you're not hearing anyone on the right complaining. You're not hearing any uproar about the violation of states' rights, because essentially what Trump is saying is that whether governors like it or not, he's going to bring in the army. I mean, technically he's not allowed to do that. As far as my understanding goes, governors usually call upon the president to send in the army. The last time was George H.W. Bush, the senior war criminal during the 92 riots in LA. So where's the uproar? Oh, all of a sudden they're fine. They're fine with you violating their states' rights because you're going to oppress blacks. You're going to oppress people who are standing up for blacks. Now it's okay. Now you can violate states' rights. Interesting. Very interesting. Unfucking believable. Chuck, brother, thank you so much for your super chat. Chuck King says, how's our favorite Jedi doing tonight? How's our favorite young Jedi doing tonight? Oh shit, I'm still young. Thank you, man. Chuck is a G. Thank you so much for always supporting the show, brother. I really appreciate it. I'm doing okay. You know, I'm always a bit better when I talk to you guys. Always. It's always a pleasure. And OAT Poon 1312. Thank you for your emoji or sticker. I mean, it's a sticker of an emoji. I appreciate it. 100. I actually thought it was a sticker of a bottle of hot sauce. Is that hot sauce? I'm going to sell out the hot sauce now. Hot sauce corporations, get at me, man. So, yeah, it's absolutely insane. But this is really dope to be live streaming on all the platforms. Thank you so much to Mona. Please, guys, seriously, show her some love. She helped me out with this. She's our Kremlin financier. She is responsible for me taking over every single platform. We out here on Twitch, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Rockfin. And this would be a great time for me to plug the goddamn show. Get over to Rockfin. Get your ass over to Rockfin right now. If you have a YouTube account and you're watching this, there's no excuse for you not to have a Rockfin account. Man, at a moment's notice, they could get rid of all the fucking progressives. That's why you have progressives on Rockfin. Okay? Look, check this out, man. It's real shit. Look, I'm over there. Look at this. I'm right here, man. You see that? And you got everybody else. Look, you click on on just free thinking media. Go over here. What are you gonna find? You're gonna find Kim Iverson, Nico, Jason, Combo Couch, Graham Elwood, Ron Placone. You see Ron Placone also? We're out here, baby. So make sure that you get over to Rockfin. Just you can make a free account. At least make a free account. Follow me, okay? Just in case. But I would really appreciate if you endorse me because it's $10 a month. Okay? It's $10 a month. But we get paid better than on YouTube, better than on any other platform. It really helps. And especially if you endorse me first. So even if you go and watch other channels, which you should do, yes, support all independent media, but please, stay on my shit. Even if you do that, there will always be a portion of that $10. I think at least 20% will always go to the first person you choose to endorse. So let that be me. It would really help the channel, especially as a young blood, as a new blood rather. And a small channel. So definitely endorse on Rockfin. I really, really appreciate that. And then of course, if you prefer, if it's more convenient, you can support on Patreon. Whatever you like, $2, $5, $7. You can give me $1 trillion bailout, whatever the fuck you like. It's all good, baby. You can put in whatever amount you like. You still supporting the rants. You still supporting the 60-hour live streams, the gazillion-hour live streams. It's all good, baby. And you see, we got on Twitch, the next man said thanks to Mona. I'm serious. Show her some love. Thanks to her that we're everywhere. I'm being serious. This is so dope. I get to do my Rick James voice. Hold on a second. Let me do that again.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Enjoy yourself. Oh man, that's so good. Hold on a second. Did we? Oh shit. We gotta look. Speaking of Mona, we got a dope ass donation from her. Let me pull this up. And again, perfect timing, baby, because this is another way to help the channel. You can donate on PayPal. You can do super chats, right? Like a super chat on YouTube. Well, PayPal as well. And they take a smaller cut, which helps the channel. Check this out. Oh, shit. She said, please don't read it out loud. Okay. 1 second. Of course, darling. Sorry, I literally just. Okay. I won't read it out loud. Thank you so much, Mona. I really appreciate it. And me too. By the way, it's not, we're not in our most tip-top form, but nonetheless, we out here, and I always feel better after talking to you guys. For real, it's not a joke. And I tell you, by the way, you see the ticker down here? I'm serious. Give me whatever you like. First of all, I'm going to put all your names for supporting the channel. If you're cool with that, if you're not cool with that, let me know. But all of our Kremlin financiers, most notably Mona, who's our MVP, I will put you down here. But give me, if you want me to put whatever, I'll do it. Okay, just let me know. And yeah, so you can also support on PayPal, man. Real easy. You go over and you just over here. You see that? Just put in whatever you like, man. $10, gazillion bucks, it's all good. It's all good. And yes, I forgot to post the links. It's okay though. Claudia got me. You see, Claudia got me. She's a fucking G. While I was ranting away and I was just talking, Claudia posted the links. Thank you so much, darling. And yeah, I'm gonna just repost them anyway because I did it now. So there you go. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. Bless you. Hold on, I'm just making sure I didn't get nothing else. I didn't miss nobody. I want to make sure I didn't. We just making sure. You already know my phone is a slow ass phone. I think they do it on purpose, man. They do this on purpose, don't they? Corporate ass motherfuckers. Corporate bitches. Hold on, what was I looking for? Oh yeah, YouTube. I just wanted to make sure I got everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anyone. Oh, Axel says, shout out to my Portlandian comrades. Yes, shout out to Portland. Thank you, Axel, for the super chat. I love it. Yeah, there we go, baby. So, did I actually have more stuff to talk about? I think I did. Man, I always have stuff to talk about. You already know. But yeah, look at this. I hope I'm not breathing into the mic too heavily. I just realized I'm still dying over Foggy Bottom. This is a fucking trip, man. Foggy Bottom. Does anyone live at Foggy Bottom? Damn, that's an old ass district, man. It's from 18th, 19th century. Holy shit. Foggy Bottom. That sounds like something from the In-Betweeners, right? Christ. Sigh. Look at your Foggy Bottom. Your Foggy Bottom. This is dope. This is dope. Yeah, there's people shouting out Mona everywhere on the restream chat. That's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, so it is where the State Department is. I mean, like I said, I know all this shit usually. When they say Whitehall, or they say l'Elysée, or they say whatever, I get it. But for some reason, that's the only one I didn't know. Now I know it. Foggy Bottom. And by the way, not just the State Department, but actually Corn Pop and Antifa are located in Foggy Bottom as well. Someone asked what software I'm using to cast. This is a Kremlin reissue of OBS. It's all in red, and I got fucking hammers and sickles in every corner, man. Watch out. Don't make me drop the hammers and sickles. You know what's hilarious? Like, guaranteed 100%, just because I'm Syrian, they're gonna call me like Russian acid and shit. So, like, on top of it, if you call out the U.S. imperialism, guaranteed you're a double Russian acid. Yes, you better watch the fuck out. You better watch the fuck out, man. Okay, Mona, I'll see you around, baby. You take care. Much love to you. Much love to you. So, guys, listen, we've been streaming for 2.5 hours. I think I covered everything extensively. My ass is also out, and I can't wait to stream again. I know it's a real pleasure being everywhere. So yo, but seriously, like, I don't think there's going to be a revolt in the US. I just don't. Like, it's too late. You can't do that shit in 2020 anymore. Forget about it, man. Like, the NSA knows what color your goddamn... I'm not going to say... You know what I'm saying. You can't do shit. Forget about it. I'm sorry. I like... you should... Like, we should be focused more on getting racial justice at least. I mean, I don't think you could ever even get that, because listen, to have real racial justice, you need reparations, first of all. Like, this is the basic shit. This is the foundation. You do. I mean, I'm not even going to have I'm not even debating that. On top of it, what do you guys remember what I was talking about earlier, Gone with the Wind? What happened to that 40 acres and a mule? It's in the movie, right? And this is real. It's true. It was promised. Where are these 40 acres and a mule? Did everybody get them? I believe not. That's another issue. The other issue now is, what about George Floyd? What about all these people that have been killed senselessly, indiscriminately by police? What happens to them, to their families? I'm not interested in just like, oh, they got an undisclosed sum. No. I want all of the motherfuckers, the 4 of them, in jail. You need to make an example out of these motherfuckers. Otherwise, it's going to keep on going. You have to. I'm sorry. You don't make an example out of the protesters. You make an example out of motherfuckers with a badge and a gun that kill people, black people, indiscriminately. That's what you got to do. You hit them with the fucking 25, what is it, the max sentence? 25 years? That's too little. Should be fucking life. Life. Double fucking life. You're telling me Julian Assange is going to jail for 2 centuries for doing fucking journalism, but this piece of shit, this motherfucker, Derek Chauvin, can strangle George Floyd in the street, and he gets slapped like a fucking slap on the wrist? Are you kidding me? And the 3 other pigs with him? You're serious? Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here. Seriously. Skeptical says, Poppy, are you telling people to forget about revolting? No, I didn't say that shit. No, I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that. I just said that unfortunately, I'm a bit skeptical, because I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like it's the machine, the system is so fucking big. It's so powerful. It's a behemoth. Do you understand? I'm not saying like you shouldn't protest. Of course not. Of course not. I never said that. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm just a bit skeptical, unfortunately, because I feel like they're crushing any form of like, you can't even speak. You know, you chime in. Please stop killing blacks. Oh, you're a Russian asset. We're gonna come and beat the fuck out of you and spray you with fucking tear gas and pepper spray and then tear gas you. I mean, Jesus Christ! And now they're bringing in the fucking army. I don't know, man. Brian says, Russia Gators, why are there English posters in the Kremlin basement? Exactly. I don't know, man. I could be wrong. Maybe it is the fall of the empire. Who the fuck knows? Man? Skeptical's right. Every empire seemed invincible at some point, which is actually nuts, because I've said that myself. Like, go back, watch what I said before. I used to say that not even a century ago, which is true. What are we, 2020 now? I mean, not even a century ago. Look at the British Empire, the largest empire in history. Where is it now? It's like it never existed. Well, okay, that's figuratively. Do you understand what I'm saying? Where is it? It's gone. Nothing but a cold, wet, damp island is left. You might be right. Who knows? It is a bizarre fucking timeline. That's for sure, man. But seriously, this is scary what they're doing. It's really scary, and be safe. Please be safe. One thing that I would really urge people to do is, for the love of God, please wear protective gear. Cover your eyes, especially, man, because I've been seeing what's happening to people, not just in the U.S., but look at France with this fucking flashball, this 40 millimeter shit. Jesus Christ. please cover your eyes for God's sake, and your ears. You know, I mean, most importantly, the eyes. Get goggles, something, fucking sunglasses, anything. Please cover your eyes, and be careful. You know, because people are being peaceful, and they don't give a shit to you, to them, to the system, to the cops, anyone. You are in the street. You're a body. That's what they refer to. That's how they refer to people, right? You're just a body. You're meat to the establishment. They don't care if you're media. They don't care if you're black. They don't care if you're oppressed. They don't give a shit. Everyone is an enemy. That's, you know, it's like Terminators. It's not a joke. Just look at the videos. I'm not pulling this out of my fucking ass. I mean, they're running you over in broad daylight. They're choking black men out in broad daylight. There's no, you know, you can't negotiate with a system like that. So there you go. There you go. Damn. Okay. Red man got me. We got to keep that a Kremlin secret. Yeah, just like Ark says, they specifically aim for the upper body and face. And I can tell you just from France, they don't train them adequately. There's no training. And they're legally allowed to shoot you in the arms, but how the fuck can you even do that? Like if someone is moving, for example, you can't shoot at them with this rubber golf ball traveling at 300 kilometers per hour and then hope to maybe like hit them in the safe zone. Fuck out of here, man. This is a danger to the public. And these people are not trained properly. They're idiots. Be careful. Just wear protective gear. Seriously. For God's sake. Chuck, thank you, brother, so much for the super chat. Says, is it Papi or Richie? Whatever you like. You call me whatever you like. Both are fine. I'm more used to, I don't know, man. At this point, it's 50-50. Whatever you prefer, brother. Says, anyway, keep fighting. Just think how skeptical the people must have been at the start of the revolution. You're right. I might be wrong, man. I might be wrong. I'm just, again, I'm not saying don't protest. For God's sake, I never said that. I'm just, I'm scared for your safety, and I'm telling you, like, this is a system that has tentacles all over the goddamn place, right? They got troops in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Libya, all over the place. 800 fucking bases. And now they're bringing that home to you. This is no norm, you know. We're not talking about just any empire, but yeah. We'll see, man. We'll see. In any case, please wear protective gear. Actually, I have a helmet up there. I think it's Canadian. It's the same shit. They wear the same fucking helmets. But that would definitely protect you. You should wear those. And a gas mask as well. Gas mask would be great, especially if it covers the eyes. Very good. You know, remember, the eyes first. Always cover your eyes and get a gas mask if you can. And then a helmet. Right? So, yeah. Be safe out there, guys. And we'll stream soon. Yeah, Anthony's right. ACAB Spring is good, but remember the Arab Spring was a CIA operation. Thank you very much. Period. End of story. Exactly. So be safe, guys. Be safe. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say something else. You know what the issue is in the United States? Because you just reminded me of that, which I was thinking earlier, is that the military is not with the people. You know, if you look at other countries, sometimes the armed forces are on the side of the people, like that. There's a real like uprising, but you don't see that here. That's fucking dangerous. It's oppression in every sense of the word, and it's just fucking insane. Like instead of prosecuting the officers, I told you, man, if Trump was a real one, if he was a real motherfucker, he would go and personally arrest those cops. That's just the beginning. That's like step one. If he was a real motherfucker, and then he would get to work on implementing some real fucking racial justice. If he was a real one, but he's not. Of course he's not. He went and fucking hid in his bunker like a bitch. So he's no friend, and you have no avenue with these people. Forget them all. You know, and the Democrats are telling you the Russians are behind it. Bitch, fuck off with this Russiagate bullshit. Okay, where's the justice for blacks? Enough of your fucking fairy tales. Fuck out of here. And you saw how vicious they were with Tara Reid, right? Everyone. I mean, everyone and their fucking uncle. Oh, she's a Russian agent. They're just going after her. Like she's, you know... Anyone who criticizes the establishment is a Russian agent. End of story. I mean, at this point, y'all should just get some like fucking Russian uniforms. Like just troll them back. You know what I'm saying? You want to play fucking games? Okay. But yeah, fuck this oppressive system, man. Seriously. Get some protective goggles, please. Okay. And watch out for counterintelligence. They're always trying to infiltrate. Just watch out for counterintelligence. All right, they're good. Oh, they're good. But nonetheless, you know, I'm not interested in talking about like the violent looters and fuck off, man. This is not about looting. You were murdering blacks for centuries. This didn't start yesterday. Fuck out of here. Anyway, guys, take care. Be good. And once again, if you can, please support the show. You can do it on PayPal if you want to send a small donation or contribute monthly on Patreon. And the best one would be signing up on Rockfin. Thank you to everybody who doing donations on PayPal, Patreon, Rockfin, liking the videos, sharing the videos, everything. We are small, but we are humble, and we will continue growing thanks to you. Okay? And remember, Antifa release party at Foggy Bottom featuring Cornbell. So yeah, I'm gonna drop the links real quick. Y'all make sure you show up and support. And thank you so much, guys. I love you. Take care. Be good. Okay. I fucking love this ticker. I really do.